so many of the immediate previous captains. I mean, Rohit Sharma, I think, was probably the most, what should I call it, had probably the best relationship, relatively speaking. Dhoni wasn't great either with the media. I think there was always this thing about, we don't really want to hear what you're talking about. You guys don't really know what you're talking about either. That's been the approach, I think, for a while now. In that sense, maybe because he's new and maybe he's a bit naive, I think Shubman Gill's been, Virat Kohli wasn't great either. Shubman Gill's been really proactive. I remember in previous tours, we have almost never got to speak to Virat Kohli. I think it was one time when you might have sort of almost dragged him and Agar's got a word in, but otherwise, and Gill's been there every single time, win or lose, right up there. So I don't know if that's going to change. I find it hard to believe that it will. Jadeja bowls pushed away on the offside. I mean, think about it. Even today, we don't have an official statement on the nature of Rishabh Pant's injury. I mean, I think everybody knows what's happened, but no one's seen a formal statement other than to say he had a sore foot and will bat in the, depending on team's requirement. Next one's pushed away again quietly on the offside. Sudarshan fields. Jadeja is in his 18th over, 1 for 69. Comes in and bowls and cut away nicely, but straight to the man at short third. That's Sundar, no run.
Well, Jasprit Bumrah surely will take the second new ball. I'm just interested to see what end he chooses. Will it be the Jimmy Anderson end or the Brian Stone? I think there's been more low balls from the Jimmy Anderson end.
There have been. Siraj on both occasions. Swept very nicely down towards Shardul Thakur. Shardul made an interesting comment at last evening's presser as well. He said, whether I bowl or not is for the captain to decide. I was ready to bowl 2 more overs, but captain decided that I have to stop, so I stopped.
Well, that's pretty much the way cricket goes, isn't it? The captain tells you when you're going to bowl and when you come off.
Jadeja bowls pushed on the offside. They're not necessarily something that you want to broadcast, I would imagine, in a press conference, but, you know, I guess when you're not doing well, some parts do come out, some arguments do emerge. There's Jadeja now into Joe Root, leaning forward in defence, back along the pitch. The ball rolls, Jadeja picks it up. 349 for 3. Brook is on 3, Root is on 76. Man out after lunch. Ollie Pope caught KL Rahul. Very smart catch off the bowling of Washington Sundar. Right then, new ball is available, but at the moment it looks like Washington Sundar is going to continue.
Well, maybe just for this one over. And then they'll take it straight away from the Jimmy Anderson. And where is Jasper? Oh, he's just going out there to mid-wicket. Skipper's just having a word with him.
He's looked off colour, hasn't he? I mean, by his own lofty standards. Not that he's bowled badly, but he certainly hasn't had the edge that we've seen in earlier innings. Is it the body? Is he tiring? Is it something else? Guess we'll never know. Washington with a fresh over to Brook, down the wicket. He comes, he's gone, he's stumped. Washington Sundar has struck the second time after lunch. Harry Brook came down the wicket. Washington just getting that ball to drift away again. And Dhruv Jurel makes absolutely no mistakes. So 2 quick wickets there, 349 for 4. Washington strikes.
Well, it's the drift, and I'm amazed by the attempt of the shot, really, when you know that there's a bit of drift there for the off-spin. There's no spin. And he's played for a ball that's going to be spinning back, and it goes straight on. Lovely piece of ball, and he sees Harry Brook going early and just dragged it back a little bit. Washington Sundar, so that's 6 for, what's here, 2 for 20?
2 for 22 to go with his 4 for 22 at Lords.
So he's 6 for 44, and he bowled in the 70th over. I mean, well, it's still a chance here for India, because England have made 2 mistakes. The Ollie Pope mistake, and now Harry Brook, and now with Ben Stokes walking out there against spin, I would keep spin on. I wouldn't be taking the second new ball to Ben Stokes. Not yet. Keep the spinners on.
Just marking out his run, Washington, to bowl round the wicket. I suspect he's going to do that with the left-hander. The England captain walks out to a very, very warm reception, as you'd expect. He's been, in my book at least, notwithstanding the other significant contributions from both sides, has really been the man of the series so far for me. A man who's made things happen whenever the opposition has look to go ahead.
Yeah, he's been exceptional. He'll know that he could do with a score. Got a good average here at Old Trafford, over 50, average of 35 overall in his Test career. He's only 109 runs away from 7,000 Test match runs, which is remarkable for an all-rounder.
Indeed. He's one of those really charismatic figures in world cricket and obviously in English cricket. It's players like this that change the game, and that's where you think about people like Callis, you think of Richard Hadley, Kapil Dev, Imran Khan. These names straight away come to mind. The great all-rounders of the relatively recent past who've made such terrific, just gives so much more balance and options, doesn't it, Michael, into the playing 11 every time.
Yeah, absolutely. He's the key, Ben Stokes, for the balance of the side and also the mentality he brings as a captain. It's fantastic.
Washington to Stokes, and he comes forward. He's got a slip and a forward shot leg. It's fielded at shot mid-wicket by Kamboj. The field for Stokes, then a slip, backward point, man at orthodox cover about halfway to the boundary, extra cover and mid-off halfway to the fence as well. That's the offside field. Washington bowls. Stokes leans forward, full face of the bat.
Yeah, that's better. Ben Stokes has a habit of staying back to spin. Those first two deliveries press forward nicely.
Right foot slightly askew, waits for this one's tossed up again, nicely leaning forward, the bat meeting the ball with the full face nicely. Washington's bowled well. Just watching the replay of the Brook stumping again. Passes umpire Tucker now as Washington goes in wide of the crease, bowls to, and strikes him on the back pad as it goes through, but obviously missing leg stump. 349 for 4.
And beautiful. Well, you can look at Ben. He's almost over-exaggerating with that front foot movement now. It's like almost planting. That's why they've put a silly point in place. Just got to be careful here, Ben, that he doesn't plant too soon.
Last ball of the over from Sundar, bowls and goes back and defends with the full face. So that's the end of the 81st over. 349 for 4 it is. Stokes is yet to get off the mark. Root is on 76. A word from Michael Vaughan, and Dan Norcross is all ready.
Yeah, I'm just seeing who they're going to carry on. It's going to be Jadeja. I think that's the right decision to Ben Stokes. Probably try and give Joe Root a single. That's what I'd be doing if I was India now. I'd spread the field and say, Joe, you can have the single. We want to be bowling to Ben Stokes with our spinners. Afternoon, Dan.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Well, a couple of quick wickets. I mean, England's still on top, but it's got India back in the game, hasn't it?
Yeah, and this is what Shubman's doing. Mid-wicket goes back, mid-on's just going back. So there's plenty of singles there for Joe Root.
And not taking the new ball is also doing wonders for the over rate, which is a rare thing to say. Jadeja into Root, and Root drives into the offside, out towards deep point. Picks up a single, the 350 is up, and Root moves to 77. I mean, this is a fascinating test in many ways, but one of the reasons is our chum Shield Berry is around, isn't he?
Yes.
500 test matches.
500 what, following England?
Yeah, well, I think he's attended 500 tests.
I did see a camera downstairs following. Is that what the camera's there for, following?
I think so. I think he might be the most test matched man in the box.
There's a lot of test cricket that Shield has watched.
I don't know who could possibly have got anywhere near that.
Oh, you must be. What are you at?
About 150 or something, I think. Yeah.
Fair way off Shield.
I mean, yeah, a long way off. Long way off.
It's a lot of cricket, 500. How long has he been going, Shield?
As Jadeja is in, and thick edge from Stokes squirts down towards the deep third boundary. They've run one. They'll come back for two, and they should get a third, but they haven't.
I was just saying,
with a boot.
Yeah, but Ben Stokes to Washington Sundar pressed forward to Jadeja. He has a habit of going right back. I just want to see this length of what he went right back to. I think it was just too full to go back to. They haven't got a mid-off.
It's curious, isn't it, the way Stokes has been playing spin of late as Jadeja is in. He's clipped away nicely, but straight to short mid-wicket. There's no run. There's Jonaswell does the fielding. He's not been exactly certain in his movements, has he? Jadeja in once more, defending on the front foot. That's a bit more like it, getting the foot right out to the pitch of the ball and defends on the front foot. There's no run. He went through that phase, we're being reminded of it at Headingley, when he tried to reverse sweep his way out of trouble as he drives straight back to the bowler, full face to the bat. There's no run. You're looking curiously at something.
Looked like a back foot no ball, that.
Oh, okay. Keep your eye on that. As Stokes Fields defends again into the offside. Does pretty much everything, doesn't he? And there's no run. So there was 3 off that over. 352 for 4. Stokes 2, Root 77.
It's very rare that you see a left-arm spinner bowling to a left-handed batter, and he's bowling quite wide outside of the off stump without a mid-off on a pitch that's not spinning a lot. I guess in India or in some pitches that turn square, it's quite a good option. But it tells you that India don't feel that Ben's going to get out to the ball.
Yeah.
They feel that he's going to play from his crease, go back and
maybe reverse.
Yeah. Oh, they've got the backward point on the bow. There's a third on the boundary for Ben Stokes for that reverse sweep.
Washington's going to continue, having picked up the 2 wickets since lunch. And he's not really spun it, but he's drifted it a lot. And he's in again. He does drift slightly away from Root, who defends on the front foot. Pushes to Jadeja, who's fielding close at point. There's no run. But we haven't really seen it turn at all, have we?
No, there's been no purchase, just that drift.
Washington in again. Short, straight mid-on. Has driven past that mid-on to the left of him, up to long on. Siraj runs in from the boundary to field, and they get one more wild throw, but they won't get an overthrow. What are they showing us there on that screen?
It's the Harry Brook stumping, how he goes quite early and he goes a little bit scissor feet, so his left foot was down to the leg side. So his left foot went down the offside, right foot kind of went behind himself.
It's dangerous for a right-hander to advance upon Washington because of that drift, isn't it? Silly point in place now for the left-handed Stokes and a slip. Stokes comes forward and defends solidly to that silly point. There's no run.
Yeah, he's got a natural good pace going here, Washington Sundar.
And he comes once again. And that's just tapped into the onside by Stokes. He thought of a run and he sends Root back. Bit of confusion there.
You don't take a single to Jadeja. He's the one on the Indian side that you've got to be careful with.
It's a very curious action Washington's got. It's like he's sort of grappling with a marmalade jar and trying to open it and finding it difficult. He's in again. Down the wicket comes Stokes and gets a thick inside edge. It squirts to short square leg. Jadeja fields again, no run. And I mean, there's sort of hands twisting and moving as he comes in. It's a fair display. What he'll want to do, though, is he's going to want to drift it away from the left-handed Stokes, isn't he, with a slip in place. He's in now. Stokes defends again solidly on the front foot.
I'd say it's good bowling. He's just trying to clip that front pad. Very smart bowling.
Can you quite believe that we haven't seen him until about the 70th over? End of the over, 83 gone. England 353 for 4, Root 78. Stokes has 2. You can have a look at those wickets that have fallen on the BBC Sport website and app. Just go to the live text, you'll find them there. And today at the test is on BBC 2 and iPlayer from 7 p.m.
Sundar has 2 for 7 from 5 overs since lunch, and that's